come up from the back, and you go back into, more or less into the same hole that you came out of, and then you create a little loop. Now you pull the needle up however long you want the chain stitch to be, and then you pull it gently and let the stitch just sit on top of the fabric. Now it's quite loose at the moment, so to anchor it down, you go down with your needle at the end of the stitch, outside the stitch, and finished off like that, and that's called a detached chain stitch, also known as the lazy daisy stitch, because it's shaped like the petal of a daisy. Now to do a row of connected chain stitches, you do the same thing, create a little chain, and in this time, instead of finishing it off with your little couching stitch, go back in to the end of that stitch, inside the stitch, and create another little loop, and then come up with your needle however long you want the next stitch to be. Try and keep them even if you can, the length. Go back in again and create another loop. It's quite a versatile stitch as this, and you can do them quite small loops and quite long, large. Here the loops show quite a lot of the background fabric through them, and that can be a nice effect. And then the last stitch, you'll add the little couching stitch at the bottom just to anchor it all in place. And that's a linked chain stitch. Now a variation of this stitch is called the fly stitch, and that's used in many different ways on the tapestry. And to do that one, instead of going back into the same hole, go slightly away from the hole there, from where it came out, and very similar little couching stitch to hold it in place, and that's called the fly stitch. A variation of that one is to do one with a longer tail on the end, so a longer couching stitch, and that's been used in all sorts of ways on the tapestry, for foliage or trees,